Although many myths overstate my nature, or even minimize my importance, one thing no one can take away is the fact I am a great parent. I am present in every last one of my children's lives, and I make a point of coming across each of them when I visit a construct when they are on mission. I love just being able to see how much they accomplish when they succeed, or giving them advice in passing. Most times, I feel like the luckiest being in existence because sometimes they are my reasoning for balance. When the situations are a bit intense, I consider my kids will one day read my journals and relive my experiences when on mission, and I do not want them to ever abuse their powers. This time is no different, and I have a child that needs me, but doesn't know how to express himself appropriately or respectfully, so I'll tell a story. And the highest realm is where I reside, and I had not traveled for quite some time at one point. Growing restless one night, I chose to go out on the town, and after awakening in bed, I couldn't remember much as I sat up to leave and excuse myself. On the way back from the bathroom, I cleared my eyes and across from me was my ex-wife, sitting on the bed with eyes squinting, clearing her eyes, checking to see if she was seeing me correctly, and me staring but scrunching my face up. Let me just say this. She hates me, and I hate her. But obviously Meade made us both forget, because I went to grab my blade and she pounced to strike. She was a goddess, and me the original, so time must have moved instantaneously, because no sooner she had her sharp nails near my jugular, and my blade was near her heart. Before we could draw blood, my mouth dropped open, and she looked shocked. She was a seer, and I a dragon. We both saw the future, and her scent had changed. We both entered into a trance. My heart was beating fast because she and I had been married for millions of years, and we knew what this meant. We had experienced it a dozen times, so slowly she backed away like a feline, and I cautiously withdrew my blade. Never knew with her. Like a spell broke, we ran to gather our clothes and rushed to opposite sides of the castle, divorced and living separately. How we got together, I will not give energy to, but it happened, and although she technically was living with someone else, I knew this child would be raised by me. I went for breakfast after cleaning myself, and there her evil ass was. And if looks could kill, she would have tried it with those almond-shaped eyes. Yes, this woman was fine, but she had a mean streak, and we couldn't take being in the same room together without arguments starting. I wanted to travel. She wanted a new life, and it didn't work. But a child was on the way, and I was to be a father again. Her regally sitting there only meant one thing. We had to come to an agreement. As I sat, I checked where all the utensils were and placed my hands down, bracing for the collision. Are you happy? Another child, another chance to keep me home. No, not at all. I would like to continue the arrangement, but just keep him with me. We both know his future, and he will be better prepared for his role as prince. And you don't think he will be, if I were to raise him? My jaw started to grind, and we both saw the future, so she knew the truth. This is what you call gaslighting. But my fight with her had long since dissipated. Now I just wanted her to leave as she wanted to leave as well. All his paths for success started with him in my care. You know as well as I do what the possibilities are, and we both know I can better help him cultivate his power. There was no way he would grow up without me, ever. There's no need to prolong this. Let's move forward and time jump. The longer we wait, the longer we'll have to be around one another. She snapped her head to the side, but we both agreed. Also, she would get visits throughout the years, and she would have him on holidays. I know it may sound cold, so distant, but so much occurred, and this is how conversations amongst royal families occurred in the high heavens. The next day would be feasible. It was highly efficient for both of us, and I went to prepare my family's birthing cabin. The next day she appeared, and I opened a portal to the realm of my royal bloodline, time set 2 years after the heavenlies. And yes, in places other than Earth, some families own entire galaxies. Soon as she passed through the portal, her body morphed into that of a full-term pregnancy. She yelled immediately as her water broke and spilled to the ground. I brought the family physician and carried her to the birthing room in the palatial cabin. As they prepped for the birth, all I could think about was the life I saw for him. He will become a great man, king, and leader, possibly my heir. By this time, I only had 12 kids, and even still, I hadn't found one. The doctor yelled he was on his way, and I rushed her aside to grab her hand and sit behind her. Yet again, she almost snapped on me, but I held her close and told her it was okay in her ear. She pushed no more than a few moments before one of the most beautiful babies known to man was born. I looked outside the window to see the suns aligning and shining their brightest. The clouds cleared away and the birds chirped in song, and a tear rolled down my face. My boy, my son was born. The doctor handed him to his mother, and in that moment we both admired our child, glowing with a bright white aura. He had her hair color, but he looked just like me, and I felt my chest swell, skin tone, facial features, and he had a power only I could give him. He was the embodiment of the sun.